Are you ready to delve into the unknown realm where nightmares come to life? Welcome, dear listeners, to a world where every turn of the page is a step deeper into the realm of the eerie and the uncanny. As Halloween's whispers grow louder and the scent of pumpkin spice lingers in the air, it's time to curl up with a book that sends chills down your spine. Imagine yourself nestled in the comfort of your home, the soft glow of a candle flickering against the darkened windows, as you open the cover of a book filled with spine-tingling tales. The importance of setting in crafting the perfect horror atmosphere cannot be overstated. It's not the words alone, but the world they create that makes a story truly terrifying. From haunted towns to gothic horrors, from tropical nightmares to demonic possessions, there's a perfect setting for every scare. So without further ado, allow me to share my top reading picks for a spine-tingling Halloween. First on our list is Salem's Lot by none other than the master of horror, Stephen King, a name that sends a shiver of anticipation down the spine of any seasoned horror reader. Salem's Lot is a tantalizing tale that unfolds in the seemingly serene town of Jerusalem's Lot, or Salem's Lot as the locals call it. But beneath the tranquility, an insidious evil lurks, waiting to consume the town and its inhabitants. Stephen King's genius lies in his ability to create a setting that's as much a character as the people populating it. Jerusalem's Lot is no quaint town, it's a chilling presence that looms over the narrative, casting long, dark shadows that seep into your consciousness. It's as if you can feel the creep of the fog, hear the whispers of the wind, and sense the malevolent force that's slowly gripping the town. Now picture reading this in a snow-covered cabin in Vermont, as I did. The frosty winds howling outside, the snow piling up, creating an eerie silence that's only broken by the crackling fire. The atmosphere mirrors the ghostly town of Jerusalem's Lot, making the reading experience all the more immersive and spine-chilling. The story itself revolves around writer Ben Mears, who returns to Salem's Lot, his childhood town, only to discover that it's fallen under the spell of a powerful vampire. The once familiar faces of the townsfolk are now mere masks hiding a horrifying reality. The pacing is relentless, the tension palpable, and the horror, oh the horror, is as real as the cold biting at your cheeks. Salem's Lot is a masterclass in the art of horror writing. It's Stephen King's eerie love letter to the classic vampire lore infused with his unique brand of terror. The characters are vividly drawn, the plot is gripping, and the setting, well, let's just say that the quiet town of Jerusalem's Lot is one you won't forget anytime soon. This book has the power to make you check your windows every night. It's the perfect companion for a chilling Halloween read, as long as you're prepared for some sleepless nights. As they say, don't say I didn't warn you. Next up we have Rosemary's Baby by Levin. This novel is a masterclass in suspense and psychological horror. Levin's writing is taut and suspenseful, drawing you into the story from the first page and refusing to let go until the very end. Set in the iconic Dakota building in New York City, Rosemary's Baby tells the story of a young couple who move into an apartment with a disturbing history. The wife, Rosemary, becomes pregnant and begins to suspect that her husband and their eccentric neighbors have sinister plans for her unborn child. The story unfolds as Rosemary's paranoia grows, leading to a chilling climax that will leave you questioning your own perceptions. What makes Rosemary's Baby so terrifying is the way Levin blends the mundane with the monstrous. The Dakota building, with its Gothic architecture and imposing facade, serves as the perfect backdrop for this tale of modern-day witchcraft and demonic possession. Its dark corridors and eerie atmosphere add an extra layer of dread to the story, making the reader feel as though they too are trapped inside its walls. Personally, living in the shadow of the Dakota building has given me a unique perspective on this novel. Walking past its grand entrance every day, I can't help but imagine the horrors that Levin dreamed up behind its stone walls. It's a chilling thought that adds a whole new level of terror to the reading experience. Levin's ability to inject horror into everyday life is what makes Rosemary's Baby such a standout in the genre. The story plays on our deepest fears and insecurities, making us question the very things we hold dear. It's a novel that will stay with you long after you've turned the final page. The contrast of everyday life and a world teeming with malevolent forces in this book is disturbingly real. Rosemary's Baby is a chilling exploration of the lengths people will go to achieve their desires and the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of our everyday lives. It's a must-read for any fan of horror and suspense. Moving on, we have The Ruins by Scott Smith. This eerie tale is set in a location that you wouldn't typically associate with horror, the tropics. The sunny, balmy paradise is often a synonym for relaxation and tranquility, but Smith, with his masterful storytelling, turns it into a playground for your worst nightmares. The book's exotic setting is a stark contrast to the dark, chilling narrative that unfolds within its pages. Imagine lounging under the warm tropical sun, the sound of waves gently lapping against the shore, a cool drink in your hand, and this book in the other. As you delve into the story, you're introduced to a group of friends who, much like you, are on a vacation, but their idyllic holiday soon turns into a fight for survival when they find themselves trapped in an archaeological dig in the Mexican jungle. The once serene and beautiful nature around them becomes menacing and hostile, as it turns against them in unimaginable ways. I remember reading The Ruins on a sunny vacation myself. As I turned the pages, the paradise around me started to feel less comforting. The rustling of leaves, the exotic birds' calls, the rustle of wind through the palm trees. Elements that were once soothing became eerie and ominous. This powerful juxtaposition of paradise and horror is what sets The Ruins apart. Scott Smith weaves a tale of suspense and terror that makes the sunny tropics feel as chilling as a haunted house on a stormy night. His vivid descriptions and relentless pace ensure that the sense of dread and unease never leaves you, even when you step away from the book. Each rustle, each shadow starts to feel sinister, making you question the beauty around you. In conclusion, The Ruins is not just a horror story. It's an exploration of how even the most beautiful and serene environments can turn into a terrifying ordeal when survival is at stake. This book will leave you questioning the beauty around you. Now we have the classic The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. This is a novel that needs no extravagant introductions. It's a tale so disturbing, so unsettling, it has seeped into our collective consciousness and become a benchmark for horror. The Exorcist is a tale of possession and exorcism, a theme that Blatty masterfully spins into a psychological maelstrom. The story revolves around a 12-year-old girl, Reagan McNeil, who becomes the host for a demonic entity. As the demon takes hold, the once sweet and innocent girl transforms into something terrifying and otherworldly. The once familiar and safe surroundings of her home become the stage for a chilling battle for her soul. Blatty weaves a terrifying tapestry of horror, expertly blending the ordinary and the extraordinary. The horror lies not just in the overtly supernatural elements, but in the subtle transformation of Reagan, the helplessness of her mother, and the desperation of the priests who risk their faith and their sanity in their attempts to save her. The possession and exorcism theme in The Exorcist is not merely for shock value. It's a psychological exploration of faith, doubt, and the extremes of human endurance in the face of unimaginable terror. This is a book that lingers, a book that haunts, a book that invades your thoughts and refuses to let go. The Exorcist is not just a book, it's a chilling experience that leaves an indelible imprint on the psyche. The Exorcist is simply bone-chilling. Last but not least, we have The Taking by Dean Koontz. This book is a truly unique cocktail of chills and thrills, combining the spine-tingling notion of alien encounters with a dystopian future. The concept itself is enough to send shivers down your spine, and Koontz's masterful storytelling only amplifies the effect. The narrative is wrapped in layers of mystery and suspense, with a small mountain town becoming the stage for strange occurrences and inexplicable phenomena. The townsfolk, waking up to an eerie, luminescent rain, soon realize that the world as they know it is changing, and not for the better. Koontz delves into the theme of alien encounters with a deft hand, painting a picture of otherworldly beings that is both fascinating and terrifying. The unknown, the unseen, the unimaginable. These are the cornerstones of the horror that permeates The Taking. Personally, I've always been captivated by the prospect of alien encounters. The thought of life beyond our planet, the possibilities and the dangers, has been a source of endless fascination. The Taking taps into this fascination, creating a narrative that is as thought-provoking as it is terrifying. The book is a ride through a dystopian landscape where the familiar becomes strange and nothing is what it seems. It's a future that's impossible to shake from your thoughts, long after you've turned the last page. This book paints a dystopian future that's impossible to shake from your thoughts. So there you have it, my top reading picks for a spine-tingling Halloween. We've journeyed through the eerie town of Jerusalem's Lot in Stephen King's Salem's Lot, experienced the gothic horrors behind the Dakota building in Ira Levin's Rosemary's Baby, and questioned the beauty of the tropics in Scott Smith's The Ruins. We felt the chill of possession in William Peter Blatty's The Exorcist, and delved into a dystopian future with Dean Koontz's The Taking. Each one of these books is a masterful blend of horror and suspense, perfect for those moments when the wind howls outside and the night stretches on. So, as Halloween's whispers grow louder and the night draws in, why not pick up one of these captivating reads? They're sure to add an extra shiver of excitement to your Halloween celebrations. Wishing you a safe and spooky Halloween, filled with shivers, thrills, and the comfort of a good book.